stick yourself and you will die. You've got to search for the hero inside yourself. Search for the secrets you hide. Search for the hero inside yourself.
The winner is Keiren Thompson.
Nottingham, it was amazing to see so many white people out there standing up and protesting with us, and just showing that it's not black versus white, it's everybody against racism. Like,
yeah,
we don't care. Like, Black Lives Matter doesn't mean just Black Lives Matter. It means everybody against racism. So when people bring up things about although this isn't even, that wasn't racist, it's because of their nationality. Like the Irish, they're saying that the Irish were slaves. Like there's, I don't know if you've seen it, there's like a picture going around. But then,
I've seen some, I've not read the post, but I've seen something, yeah.
Yeah, but that picture's been debunked. Like, them guys weren't even slaves, they were Italian miners. So the Irish, they were indentured servants, and so they went out to like America and the Caribbean to probably be so they weren't slaves, so they weren't in the plantations, they were overseers of slaves. But they had to do that for free, you know, yeah. To pay their debt, and they probably got like a piece of land and got a house and everything after they served their time. They're basically prisoners. They were treated as human beings. Black people were not treated as human beings. We were cattle.
Yeah.
And so that right there is the difference between like the Irish people that were indentured servants and black people that were actually slaves. Like there's no in between there, and I feel like that's what people are getting twisted. Like it was a whole different ball game. And so
yeah,
when we're talking about us as black people being shipped from Africa to the Caribbean and to America, you're basically saying that we were ripped away from like families and our way of life and everything, religion, just everything basically. Like they totally stripped it all the way from us. It's so deep. I mean, like,
I guess this is the thing, isn't it? I probably don't know as much as what I should do, and then that's that. This conversation starts that, doesn't it? It makes you think, okay, why don't I know about that? Let's go and find out about that. So I guess the overall message of this would be to anybody thinking the same. Really, is let's educate ourselves. Let's do the research behind it. Let's find out before you just leave that little message on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Let's really get to the roots of it and then make your comments. Do you know what I mean? If you still feel that you need to. But I've got a funny feeling that most people, once they've read through the information and they understand where some of these terms have come from, that actually most people just kind of, okay, actually, yeah, the answer's yes, isn't it? To the first hashtag, like, you know. So hopefully.
Yeah, 'cause I remember in school, like there was somebody that came in to teach us about Black history, but what did she do? Or what did the school ask her to do is take all the black kids out of the class to teach them Black history. No, that's not the way forward. Think about it now. Why are you taking this?
It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It sounds stupid, doesn't it?
Why not teach the whole classroom about Black history? It was mental when I really think about it now. You know what I mean? Everyone needs to know about Black history, because Black history is everyone's history, because that is the continent where we started, basically. Like, the first human skeleton was found in Ethiopia, right? So that's why we should be learning about this stuff, because it's human history. This is what we learn about. It's PSHE kind of thing. Like,
that's probably the term, isn't it? It's human history, isn't it? It's not. It may be, like you say, it's like the black-white divide thing is like Black history or white history. It's human history collectively, isn't it? And that needs to include everything, doesn't it? Not just one perspective.
And that's another thing as well. Like, it shouldn't be. And then when we got taught about these things, when Black history, African history, it started from slavery. Now, I grew up thinking like, Black people started from slaves, like, and I bet a lot of people actually think that. A lot of kids probably think that right now, that Black people started from slaves, and no, we didn't. Right? So that part of history, before the British or the Portuguese, before Europe came and colonized most of Africa, we need to be learning about proper African history before colonization. There was loads of different amazing tribes in Africa. You know what I mean? Powerful tribes in Africa. There was Mansa Musa from Mali, Timbuktu, who was the richest man on planet Earth at the time. This was like 3,000 years ago. Like, why are we not learning about these kind of people? You know what I mean? It's actually ridiculous. Like, rich African history that we should be learning about and showing everybody that we have like a rich history. And like, before, there was no such thing as racism back then. No one saw. Europeans used to trade with Africans, and like, it was just peaceful, you know. Like, there was no issues. And so like, we need to be learning about these things, and then that can break down these stereotypes and barriers. It can show young Black people that you are worth more. You weren't just a slave. you don't come from slavery. You come from a rich lineage. You know what I mean? And that's
it's funny. Power. It's funny, these subjects that, like, obviously Place to Place is dealt with. Suicide is a difficult topic. That's how we exist. But it's amazing how many times that education is the answer with it, isn't it? You know, because people assume by not talking about it, it's like almost kind of contagious. Don't talk about suicide. He's going to end up doing the same kind of thing. And there's that kind of approach to it sometimes, to sweep it under the carpet a little bit. But actually, the answer isn't that at all. It's to talk about it, and let's find out what people are feeling and what they're thinking. Because some people connect dots in their head then a different way, and it's only by talking about it and explaining how they're feeling that actually they work through the problem sometimes. I feel personally like this is the same kind of thing. Again, it's a subject that people don't always understand or want to talk about, because it requires some kind of change in attitude or challenging of your own view built up over 36 now, so 36 years worth of like you say, them things like the emotion, the systemic stuff. So I just hope that maybe someone like yourself with the platform you've got now can maybe challenge one of the education minister, or
well, this is it. I want to try and use my platform. I mean, I've got people now from all over the country. Like, after I won the award, people were adding me right, left and centre. So like, I've got people all over the country that follow.
The winner is Keiren Thompson.